pretty loud and clear, but I don't want to do just straight up straitjacket videos because that's just boring. So I'm going to try to tie myself up in this thing. Well, I kind of talk about, you know, ghost stories, stuff like that, psychic stuff. So yeah, you might want to move. She has to be in the way of everything. So yeah, I got made fun of on X because I listed that I'm psychic. So being psychic doesn't always mean that you can tell. First of all, the funniest joke I've ever heard is, oh, good morning, princess. So, the funniest joke I've ever heard is, what's the winning lotto ticket numbers? Because that's literally how spirits and ghosts work. That's like, not even worth the time. So, kind of playing around here with a monkey dungeon suit. It's not nearly as good as a Maxita exosuit. That is, like, love those. This is just, you know, it's from Monkey Dungeon. So, I'm just going to dive right in. Anyhow, from my earliest memories, I've been able to talk to ghosts. Obviously, when you're a child, they're more receptive to you. The good, the bad, the indifferent. They're literally just disembodied people. And if anyone can help me with this jaw, comments below, please. I wear it out talking. I love talking, if you couldn't tell. So, basically, I should have untied this whole thing. I was, you know, growing up outside of Boston. I'm not going to give too much info. Just because, straight up, I hate the town. Cancer drinking water. I was bullied incessantly because I was different, more so than, and anyhow, there was just a lot of weird stuff that happened there. A lot of ghosts. I had one in the house I grew up in, and she was actually really nice to me. Like, she didn't say or do much. I would be at my bedroom door in that house. When you open the door, you'd be looking at the hallway that would go either, walking out of my room, you would go left to the bathroom or right to the other bedrooms. Or straight ahead down the stairs. She would stand at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, you guys want to see this. Sorry. She would stand at the bottom of the stairs, and I'll never forget her for as long as I live in this plane. She had bright green eyes, almost unnatural. And she would stare out the window into the driveway. And that part of the house, oh, come on, pause. There we go. There was a lot of weird stuff that happened in that driveway. That's my dog, Gizzy. I know why you don't like the sleeping bags. I love sleeping bags. But, no. Alright. Well, you know, sometimes those things happen. You talk about ghosts, and then one of them says hi. Right. Confusing. Yes. So, in that house, the basement had a horrible it was unhuman. Not like the good kind, but just it was bad. Really, really bad. It used to chase me up the stairs, around the basement. I could see it clear as day. Oh. This thing, as soon as I started getting stronger, it just stopped. You know, it would just stare at me. And it's still. Dutch boy haircut. Big boy. And this look on its face. And then there was a little boy that was in that house. A ghost, obviously. Oh boy. Short chestnut hair, orange shirt and jeans. And we used to see him run just across the basement. And then at a certain point, he started running in the driveway. And the girl would sit there and watch at night. Just bright green eyes, long curly black hair, and a nightgown. Like from 1880 jumped out at me. And the house was around then. You later. So, this is really hard. So, that was really a weird thing how all three of them were tied. And then, oh goodness, oh no. It's all coming back to me. Oh boy, there was a ghoul. She looked like a ghoul. She looked like she had to be. If she was alive, she was 110. I'm probably going to distort the camera. I got to stand up. But she was wearing a wedding dress. And the veil, the flowers. But she looked 110, 120, something like that. And she flew at the camera. That was me. I was just down there getting Christmas stuff together to decorate the house, and then whoosh, right at my face. It's as good as it's going to get, because this thing is really hard to get into. And they're impossible to get out of. So, I heard you like straitjackets. You want to see me tied up. This is going to have to be it for the day. Sorry. But, that house. So, I'm kind of all over the place. I don't rehearse these. I don't write these. I just like talking and filming. So, it was just crazy. There was the girl at the bottom of the stairs, the boy, the thing. There's the old lady. There was a police officer too, but I don't remember. There was him and the guy with the cowboy hat. So the guy with the cowboy hat, kind of peek around the corner, stare at us until we saw him, hop back in, and then an orb, a dark red orb, would fly across the house. And then you would hear the footsteps in that room, just walk into the wall, stop. And of course, you have no reason to believe that I'm lying or telling the truth. So, you know, that's fine. You just want to see me in this. But I just want to make it interesting. Because, you know, I can throw on a straitjacket. But, you know, it might be more interesting to mix this with other things. And looking back, I should have turned the lights off. But as you can see, when I start talking about ghosts, the ones that still follow me, you know, and you'll notice my cat is gone. He's run upstairs to take care of whatever's here. I've been through some stuff. I even had a psychic vision yesterday. I went to the city. That's me doing quotes. But that's a whole nother video. Again, I'm just messing around, having fun. But yeah, I talked about the ghost. Oh boy, it's creepy as fuck. There was the creeper in the basement, the old lady. There was a Frankenstein-looking guy. Flat top of his head, like flat, like something happened to him. Black hair and just flat. He looked like Frankenstein. So, that was not fun. I had a port, like my bedroom was next to the master bedroom. And there was two closets in between. There was a portal inside the closet. I used to find notes of, I wish I kept those. But actually, I'm glad I didn't. I don't wish. But, boy, it was like this weird language that, but, oh, right. If the camera picks it up, there's something right there. But, it was this, I'm not going to talk about that anymore until I'm not home alone. Something's happening here. But, I had a lot of experiences in that house. I'll have to start writing them down so I can produce these better. But you got to see me tied up, kind of. Because everyone loves seeing this bitch tied up, including me. And I will definitely do more straitjacket videos. More wannabe exosuit, sleep sack, all of that stuff. We will do more. I'm getting kind of freaked out, so I gotta go sage my house. Like, you don't believe in ghosts, the afterlife, all that stuff. Dude, I live it. And one more before I was in my bedroom in that house. white being was, I had a papasan chair in the corner, and it was just sitting there, just like this, and as soon as it registered in my head, it just like at me, flew at me. Alright, I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm gonna stop filming. But I ran out of my bedroom, and that Frankenstein-looking guy was there, right next to my stairs. I looked down the stairs. There's the girl staring at me from up the stairs, from the bottom up. Yeah, she didn't have a happy look on her face. She wasn't mad at me, but she was just like, oh crap. Kind of one of those. And we had recessed lighting. It was an awful house. It was a terrible town. I don't hate anything, but that town's pretty close. But, you know, we still fixed it up, and we had recessed lighting. As I ran down the stairs, you know the whole thing, when there's a ghost around or a poltergeist, they flash blue and black, and then they just pop. It happened in my bedroom, closet first, like after that thing flew at my face. It happened in my bedroom. That's when I ran out, saw all of them around me. And, okay, there's something in my house now. And not just my dog. As I ran out into the hallway, the light above my head, blue, black, pop. There were 3 more going down the stairs. 1, 2, 3. As I was running, I ran right past the girl, right out the front door, and I stared at the house for a sec. And that's when I realized that I had to get out of there. I got to go get some sage. There's something going on in my house. I don't know if you can hear it or see it, but I'm actually kind of a little scared. All right. I hope you enjoyed, because I sure didn't.